On the activities page, in case we're gonna remove all these activities, we'll see such empty state screen, which has an image as well as a little description, and the component responsible for rendering this screen is called the activities empty state. So let's start writing tests for this component. I'm gonna switch over to the editor and create new test file with the name the activities empty state. Same name as the component name. And then let's declare new testing scenario right here. This component is pretty simple, it doesn't contain any logic. So we're only going to check that this component contains a couple of elements that we expect to see, such as an image and the description. The first thing I'm going to do is to render the component. Let's also import all necessary elements. And then render component with the name the activities empty state. And also let's import this component. So let's check out the rendered markup of this component. I'm gonna call method HTML, switch over to the terminal, and here we go. This component's markup is pretty simple, and the first thing that we're going to check is whether this component contains proper description. So the expectation to check this will be pretty simple. Let's call method text to extract the text of this component, and then call method to contain. And we are checking in here that this component contains the following description. Another thing that we can check is that this component contains proper image. We can check this attributes value. So we will be sure that this component actually shows proper image. In this case, I'm gonna have to extract all the attributes of an image element. The first thing we have to do is to find this image element by the tag name, and then call method attributes, which is going to return an object with all the attributes of this element. So let's see what attributes object we get in the console. We're getting such attributes object with a couple of attributes. Some of these attributes we can check, such as source attribute. I'm gonna call method toMatchObject, which takes an object as the first parameter. And in here we can specify some of those properties that we expect to see on the attributes object. I'm gonna check that the attributes object contains property with the name source and alt. And please note that I'm not specifying all the properties that are contained on this attributes object, because this object, as we can see, also contains property with the name class. But toMatchObject method allows us to specify only part of this object. But if we had used method called toEqual, which compares two objects, in this case we would have to specify all attributes stored on the attributes object. But since I'm not interested in class attribute in this case, I'm going to use toMatchObject instead to check partial equality. And just like we do at the end of every lesson, let's run all tests in the project. All of them are passing. Lastly, I would also like to rename component test names, because they are currently using suffix called spec. But since all other tests are using suffix test, I'm going to use test for component test names as well. So let's rename all these files and specify suffix called test, so that component test names will be consistent. And just because we have renamed test names, let's also regenerate snapshots. Before doing that, I'm going to remove snapshot files, switch over to the terminal, and press U to regenerate snapshots. And then let's run all tests in the project again. Everything is passing. And we are seeing that new snapshot file has been generated inside snapshots folder. Let's continue in the next lesson.